Hey, curious youngsters! After years of watching countless documentaries, television shows, and billions of images and videos online, some things always surprise us. Maybe it's because over 7 billion people have instant internet access, so we can encounter anything, anytime. And even if you think you've seen it all, there are always new things, and that's what Mr. Curiosity is here for. For this and much more, these are 20 things you'll see for the first time in your life. If you know or play the video game League of Legends, or you've simply seen the series Arcane on Netflix, you'll probably recognize the character you're about to see. A South Korean man made a 3D figure of Higgs entirely from scratch. He begins by designing the character and her parts, such as weapons and shoes, on his computer, then prints each piece individually. From here, the process gets complex as he must mold and paint the figure. But after many hours of work, the result is simply amazing. If you know Baby Yoda, or Grogu as he's known, you might find some of his figures on the market adorable, but this man doesn't think the same. The truth is, he wasn't convinced by the appearance of one of his Baby Yoda figures, so he decided to repaint it completely, just like you're seeing here. He used various colors and shades after removing the old paint. After that, he also added a bit of hair and even put some color on the nails of this figure. And what if we take a look at the difference between before and after? He did a great job. Well done, my friend. This is likely the cutest or most interesting 3D pin figure you'll see. It's Sonic, and it was created a few years ago because of the release of his own movie. This led the South Korean YouTuber to create a figure entirely from scratch, beginning with a paper design. From there, he started drawing with his pencil until he added even the smallest details. Finally, after hours and hours of work, he started painting it and adding some parts of its body, like the tail and fur. And the result is simply amazing. While there are records for both incredible and absurd things, this one may be your favorite. This is about Cyan Clark, a man from the United States who unfortunately lost both of his legs. But today, he holds the record for covering the greatest distance fastest. Using only his 2 arms, just watch how fast they move. And if you're wondering, what does this really mean? He ran 20 meters in under 5 seconds. You probably know that there are thousands of ways to recycle different objects made from different materials, especially when it comes to plastic. But did you know that it's possible to make a pen out of simple bottle caps? The truth is that making them isn't extremely complicated, but you do need to have the right tools to do it. Here you can see how it's made. Since after melting the plastic and molding it into the shape of the pen, all that's left is to make the rest of the materials, like the spring, so it can work. Have you ever wondered what famous movie characters would look like as babies? If your answer is yes, well, here you can see it, using different Photoshop tools and filters, as well as a few hours of work. This guy named Benjamin tried to recreate some characters as best as possible, like Voldemort, Superman, and Carl Vane, with the help of baby photos. As a base, the interesting thing about all of this is the way he tries to include every little detail in the characters, and this is how they turn out. This is probably the biggest knife you'll ever see in your life. Are you tired of using small knives or knives of a normal size? For some reason, this man began designing a new one, and it's over 120 centimeters long. This video shows the entire process, including how he made a small button to reveal the sharp blade. So this is how it ended. Why so big, my friend? Today, there are many videos of odd or pointless experiments online, and honestly, this one might be similar. If you're curious what would happen if matches were thousands of times bigger than normal, they likely look like what you're about to see. Actually, making one isn't as complicated as it seems. These matches can weigh up to 5 kilograms each, and amusingly, they made their own box holding 4 or more. Videos featuring sculptures or works made from resin are probably quite common, but this one gets more attention due to its realism. It's a sea wave, and although at first it doesn't look too promising, the truth is that as the process goes on, it gets better. In this case, this guy used, among many other materials, the help of a resin 3D printer to help him create some parts for his figure. You probably think that creating a monitor with a material like wood is impossible. Well, but maybe you're wrong. The truth is that you can make one yourself, and here you can see more or less how and what you need besides the wood to be able to make it. You really don't need to do much when it comes to the screen, since you just have to remove it from the plastic to be able to put it into the wooden frame. As for the rest, this man had to cut and carefully polish each piece so that it could fit and work perfectly. He even added buttons and the logo of Philip, the smart rover, an engineer who used to work at National Aeronautics and Space Administration and Apple. In this video, you'll see what happens when a car is dropped from about 45 meters onto a very strong trampoline. He says that it seemed like an interesting challenge to him, since he liked the idea of having to analyze the whole challenge on the computer first, before finally being able to test it. Without hesitation, he accepted it. Ultimately, this is what happens when a car hits a trampoline at high speed. Still, it was a bit strange, Mr. Rover, if we traveled to a big cake factory in South Korea. In this video, you can see more or less the entire process needed to make so many cakes in a day. Workers must undergo thorough disinfection before entering and after leaving the factory. You can see how many ingredients go into making these desserts. At the end of the day, the price of these cakes is just over $30, but they're probably worth it just by looking at them. There are many inventions for the environment you've probably seen, but this one is a bit different. It's an insect hotel, huh? Yeah? Even though it sounds a bit strange, the truth is that this man teaches you how to make your own space so that thanks to insects, you can increase the flowering and fruit of your plants in your own garden. If you watched the hit Netflix series All of Us Are Dead, you were likely surprised. The acting and special effects in each scene, since not everything relied on special effects. For example, this is the school where some scenes were filmed. It's a film set where they aim to make everything as realistic as possible. That's why every zombie uses makeup, not effects. Some jobs clearly require a lot of patience, which few people have, and this is definitely one of them. A Japanese man makes high-quality handmade shoes. If that's not impressive enough, consider the thousands of details he must account for when making a shoe. Besides drawing and cutting, you have to be very careful when working on each part, just like you can see here. That's right. It's something of quality, Mr. Nihonjin. Have you ever wondered how busy the lives of office workers in Japan are? This video shows the daily life of a 24-year-old girl. She starts her routine by having breakfast in a big hurry, then does her makeup in just 5 minutes, and then takes a shower and gets changed to go to work. But honestly, her job isn't much different since she's usually busy anyway. The good thing is, her company is flexible, so you can finish your work as soon as you're done. Did you know there's a television with a fully transparent screen? Really? Well, the truth is that there's not just one model, since you can find these from different brands. But in this case, we'll look at a television made by Xiaomi, which is currently only sold in China. And the truth is, who would want a television where you can watch practically everything except its own content? The truth is, it costs about $7,200 and looks like this. Though the simple idea behind transparent TVs isn't very ingenious, it's certainly different from what we're used to. If you have a skateboard that looks like this at home, the first thing you'll probably think is that it's time to get rid of it right away. But actually, it can be fixed. In this video, you see an old, neglected skateboard fully restored from scratch, including cleaning and disassembling its parts. It's definitely satisfying to watch the full video. At the end, can you compare the final result to the board's original look? Here's how some claw machines look in Japan. While they may seem typical at first, some offer prizes that are quite different from what you might expect elsewhere. Some machines offer prizes like cutlery, potatoes, or more unique items, such as colored pencil sets and event boxes. They really are as hard as they seem, since like many games, winning a prize can take several attempts and a lot of money. In technology, there are many incredible inventions, and the one you're about to see is no exception. You see, this man literally created his own smart glasses for less than $10 for a competition in which he won first place. The most important aspect of this device is its printed circuit board, which is essential and only cost about $5. These glasses notify you of calls or messages and let you see the date, time, and more.